Hello everyone, how's it going? In this video I'm going to go over the Fortress town. Fortress, in my opinion, is it is pretty unique. You do have a lot of defense, but you are also able to rush your serpent flies and your wyverns, so you kind of get to choose between slow defensive and the fast but weak playstyles here. So why don't we take a look at the early game and we'll just jump right into this. So your early game, your first 3 levels, your gnolls have the highest defense and the highest minimum damage, and you have above average health and max damage. Very strong, very sturdy level 1 unit. Definitely worth keeping in your army. Lizardman is an archer, so you would expect low health and low damage, but you have surprisingly average health, very high defense, especially considering it's an archer. The downside is you have terrible attack, so the damage here, which is below average, is also going to get below average attack. So unfortunately, Lizardmen are not very strong archers, and they're slow to boot. Serpent flies, low attack, lowest attack for level 3s, low minimum damage. However, you have the fastest speed of all level 3 units. So you can definitely send them off and have them deny a level 2 archer. However, I don't really trust it to do much else besides that. So when you upgrade your level 2 and 3, the serpent flies are still, well, you get the highest defense once you upgrade them, but still the worst damage. You have below average everything else. You do have almost average attack, so it's, you know, almost worth sending them off against something else. But their purpose is to kind of deny a level 2 archer from being able to harass you across the map. The surprising difference, the reason why you would want to upgrade them, besides the fact that you get a little more defense and attack, is that you go from having one of the most expensive level 3s to one of the cheapest, simply by upgrading. So dragonflies are obviously very well worth it. If you're going to go the fast route, it's definitely worth upgrading them as soon as possible. Lizard warriors, these are here simply to show that the damage does get a little bit better, and that the attack is no longer the worst out of all level 2s. So they do get statistically better. You should consider upgrading them when you can. It'll definitely be worth it. Mid-game, the Basilisk and the Gorgons are really the strength of Fortress. You have above average everything with the Basilisk, plus the petrifying attack. And then Gorgons, you have the highest health, highest defense, and above average damage. So haste them up because they're slow, send them into battle, and you have a very strong and sturdy level 5 unit. Wyverns, their strength is that they can be recruited on like day 2, maybe day 3, but you pay for that by having terrible health, attack, and damage. So once again, if you're going the fast route, because they are fast for their level, you can send them in pretty quickly, but just keep in mind you're not really going to kill anything with it. And then finally, for the Hydras, worst attack, worst minimum damage, terrible speed. You have to haste them and you have to bless them in order to do somewhat decent damage. Keep in mind that the multi-head attack means that you are paying for utility because the per creature damage is not that great. And then finally, late game, your Greater Basilisk kind of falls off because your damage is average compared to above average for the unupgraded version. but you just have better health and all around still a strong creature. Mighty Gorgons, once again, highest health, highest defense, fantastic damage, and the special ability to just kill creatures. So your Mighty Gorgons exist to go attack level 7 stacks. That is why you have them. They have the health and defense to stand up to them, and you can kill them off even with small numbers of Gorgons. Wyvern Monarchs, garbage health and attack, average defense, and slightly below average damage. You are paying for the speed and the poison attack. Chaos Hydras, same thing as regular Hydras, terrible attack, terrible minimum damage, terrible speed. Haste them, send them into a group, and they will pay for themselves with their special ability. So in summary, the Null Marauders, Dragonflies, Greater Basilisks, and the Mighty Gorgons have the highest defense in their levels. So level 1, 3, 4, and 5 have the highest defense. Very, very defensive town. Very cheap as well, since half of your units are below average cost. And be careful with the Chaos Hydras. You are paying for utility only. If you're going up against a fortress, do not bunch up your creatures, because then the Chaos Hydras are going to pay for themselves and be worth it. So that is the conclusion of the fortress. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you next time.